Hello, lovelies. How we doing? Happy first day of fall. Today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025. It's already the first day of fall. Like, where did summer already go? So for today's video, we are gonna be going along once again on a garment making journey. I am gonna be showing you how I go from start to finish on my new spooky Frida, Freddy's older sister, look. This has been something I've been wanting to plan and do for a little time now. Last year I premiered her for the first time. You can see a picture here. And as you can see, I did something simple, just a half and half face and just a very basic Frida look. This year for our 3-year anniversary, count them, uno, dos, tres, 3-year anniversary with Queen Cities of Pride, I want to up that. I want to elevate and just bring it to that next level, much like I did for Sliga Genesis. So I'm going to be showing you how I go from these sketches of what I want my looks to look like. So it's very deconstructed. I am copying off of Crystal Method's look from her season. So this is where I'm like, yes, please. I want to create that, which I can. So if you want to stick around, learn a thing or two, grab a snack. Let's get started, lovelies. To start, I am going to take my old outfit from last year. So again, this is just the simple sweater I think I got off Amazon for like 20 bucks, just something cute that I want to deconstruct and make into something new. So with this one, you can ignore the naked body. So this is the deconstructed. So I'm going to carve off the arms, make it into this asymmetrical piece, add a corset around the middle just to cinch me in. I'm going to start by just snipping the arms off, just get those separated. And then we're gonna do a little bit more magic. So I'm going to sew up one side. That way it's just the asymmetrical. We'll add a corset to it and go from there. With the other look, it's very much gonna be constructing from base. So I have some fabric. So between my red and a couple shades of green for Frida, gonna be constructing something from start to finish. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, just gonna jump in because I realized I wasn't recording a good chunk of it and y'all need to see my process. So I just finished cutting out of the red. It's a mix of chunks, shapes, strips. Again, this is very deconstructed, so it's not gonna be your perfect pattern. It's not gonna be your perfect lines or anything like that. So again, all these different patterns are all gonna be formed together again to create this. So these are the pieces I have, the strips of fabric. So now it is time to start constructing it. I'm going to get some safety pins and just kind of lay it out of where the pieces would be to again form that shape, and then have the high slit, have the arms and shoulders even be a piece. So let's get to constructing, shall we? Okay, got all my pieces laid out. My goodness, there's a lot. Now time to get the pins in place and start forming the shape of our gown. Not gonna lie, it is a bit of a process. So that is all I've got. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. It'll take a little bit longer than I expected, so we'll check back in shortly. Okay, we're getting somewhere. we're getting somewhere. So instead of laying it down, why not just use my mannequin? So there we go. So now we're using the mannequin and it's helping me get some traction. So it's not perfect, but allows me to at least stretch it out and have it be a little bit more 3D as opposed to just flat. So I'm gonna take a break, eat some dinner, enjoy my Friday, and then we'll be back to this later.
The next day.
Got a little time lapse of what I was doing with the sleeves. It was a bit of a struggle, but it is coming together. So again, no seams at all in this garment. So it's nothing but pins. So what I'm doing is helping to keep it closed. Again, just on the bottom half here, can just see the pins. So they're just holding it together. But then all here is just open pieces of fabric that I eventually will end up closing at the end. I just want to make sure that the length is correct. So I'm just kind of like, not layering panels, but like just putting them in order, pinning them, making sure they're good. And then eventually I'm going to just close it up so that way it forms the full sleeve. So I'm going to do that to both sides and I'll be right back to you with the 2 full arms. So I just went ham. I was just going, didn't want to stop, didn't want to turn on the video or anything like that. I just wanted to be done. Want to see here? This is the finished garment. A few tweaks to make. I'm going to change out this panel right here just for something that has a little bit more flow to it. Yeah, this is her. Ooh, tilting down. Honestly, and I just got it off me. Jesus, words. PG-13 here, people. Just got it off my body, and it is definitely a bitch to get on and get off because it's not, there's no seams, there's no like, can't really tug too much, otherwise things are gonna rip. So yeah, this is the girl. This is what we got done for the first outfit recreate. Like, I can't be overly upset with the fit, with everything. It not perfect by any means. I kept going back and forth the picture. Again, this is the recreate, or this is the original. This is the recreate. So I knew it was going to be different. It's going to be a piece like obviously I've not worn or made before. So overly, yes, I am happy with how she came out. There's always room to grow. There's always room to make fixes, changes, adjustments. And so who knows? But for this first one, I put her on. I ran through my number just a little bit without heels or the full garment and everything. But like, at least with her on, can see the feel, can move, can swerve. She's going to do the job. This bitch took a lot of safety pins. I would say at least 2.5 of these. So I'd have to say roughly 250 pins all the way. And again, not one seam. Not one seam on this entire garment. So kudos for that. One other thing I did want to mention too is I know I said previously I was going to close up the arms so that way it's not just hanging, it actually closes. I think I'm actually going to keep them open. So again, this is just kind of the panel that I was going to have. And then up here, I actually had it, so you guys can see. So I did have it shut up here. I mean, just take it off just because it was a bitch. So I unclipped it, but I did clip it here just that way it at least like holds here. So that way I can move my arm. It's not just like laying flat. So it actually has movement to it. So I honestly kind of like it that way. So I'm adding some heels, the shoes, hair, the whole shebang you guys will see in the Queen Caesar Drag vlog. But yeah, I would say for my first true outfit recreate and a RuGirl that, nice job, B. So now I'm just going to be working on the rest of my garment. I'm going to be fixing up the train or the cape. We'll figure out some way to say it, whatever it is, but I'm going to work on that. Not going to be able to use as many pins just because these took a minute to get in, and so I want to make sure I have enough time. I do want to carry out the safety pins throughout both my looks, and so what I'm thinking is I won't completely use just pins on the cape in my second look. I will have seams and I will be doing some sewing, but it will add some elements of pins and like just to carry it throughout. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Okay, so I lied. Just got back from Walmart. I decided to get some more pins. They're not going to be the giant 3-inch ones. They're just going to be the traditional, I think they're 1.5 or 2 inches. And so funny enough, I was FaceTiming her. I snapped my drag daughters earlier just to show Mama's fit and everything. They loved it. And so now what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to have these panels laid out, and I was going to sew. Now I'm going to carry that safety pin theme through. So I'm going to pin up those. So again, I showed you the strips. I have decided to backtrack, and I'm going to do some sewing with this one. So it'll be one fit and another one that is sewn. I will still carry over the safety pin idea, but I am going to stitch it up because it's a little bit longer than expected and just not as functional. See, we're growing our vocabulary. Functional is what it is not. So now I'm going to do my little witchiness on this and sew it up and get it more functional. So I'll be right back with you. Just for some record, this is what it looks like. So again, it is just it's all pinned, but it's just very long and wonky. Arms cool, but now I'm slowly starting to pin in a little bit where the seams are going to be, and just that way it's just, again, more functional, easy to wear. So I'll be sewing that up. I'm going to pin them up. I'm not going to pin everything, but I am going to pin up a good chunk of it. So I'm going to sew that up, and I'll be right back with you with hopefully a functional finished piece.